Um, Goldie, you
Mm-hmm.
dream of something.
Just as I put a chip in my mouth. Okay. A
You
field
have
of
a
flowers?
dream. You dream of your garden, your mother's garden. You dream of the endless seas of soft and flashy colors that your mother spent his days swimming in. You remember playing in that garden when you were little. You ran around, chased bugs. You'd play with your mother's rescued birds in his giant pen that he had outdoors. You like to call your mom's birds his feathered fruits. You named his conures mangoes or cucumbers or nachos. You named his cockatiels bananas. His macaws were apples, passion fruits, and whatnot. You loved playing in that garden. But you didn't have many friends as a child. Not a lot of them would come play with you in that same garden. The only person that would play with you was your brother. But that was only sometimes, because he was always grouchy, even as a child. The only games that you managed to play with him was mostly just wrestling. But you had one friend, though, that visited your parents every now and then. You don't exactly remember what they look like, though. It's been too long. You remember that they were big, strong, but so gentle. They spoke so softly that it was almost as if they were whispering. Every time they came to see your parents just to catch up and talk to them, they always made time to play with you. You'd play all sorts of things together. You nap in the shade with them, even had tea parties. You remember they made really good tea. They've been your friend for as long as you can remember. Without fail, they'd always play with you. Up until you were 9 years old. One day, you're playing in the garden with your little soccer ball. And you notice that your parents went inside to greet someone, and you followed, hoping it was your friend. And it was, but something was different. They didn't look as bright as they used to. They weren't happy. They weren't soft. They looked sad. You tried to go see them, but your father got between the two of you. He held you by the shoulder and said, "Not now, not now. He needs space." And he told you to go back to the garden. Which you did. But you really wanted to know what was wrong with your friend. Tried to listen in. Tried to listen through the window, but again, your friend spoke so softly and so gently that you couldn't make up anything that they were saying, but it was clear that they were sad, they were agonized. Something happened to your friend, and you don't know what it is. You never knew. Because when your friend left the living room with your parents, they didn't play with you. They didn't even say goodbye. Your friend just left. You asked your parents every day after that, "What happened to the big mister? Where'd he go?" But your parents always repeated the same thing. "He just needs time. He'll come back." But he never did.
Ouch.
It's been 18 years since the last time you saw your friend.
Fuck!
And never heard anything of them again.
Same kid!
Every time